Hello and welcome back to the U Up podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freed. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. How are you? What's going on? And for the listeners at home, if you're watching on YouTube, we are virtual today. I kind of, I like the back and forth. And I'm not trying to make positive out of a negative.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I think we need the studio. I like being in person.
Yeah.
But every now and again, this kind of works. I don't know. How do you feel?
I think so. I think when we do virtual, we're all business. We're in.
Right.
Jump there's in. No schmoozing.
No schmooze.
They get all the schmoozing, really.
Right.
Listeners.
We don't do the kitchen schmooze we usually do.
Right. Yeah.
The office kitchen. How was your weekend? Because they're getting us cameras
ready
on, lights on. Let's talk it out. I actually wanted to tell you about my day. I got up early.
Your day, it's 10:05. So let's hear about your day. Yeah.
7 a.m. workout. I am a huge fan of this gym here.
Yes, you mentioned it.
It's called The Lab. They do a 6 a.m. class, a 7 a.m. class, and sometimes an 8 a.m. class. And
you ever gone to the 6?
No, there's no way.
Yeah,
that's not being good to myself. I think that's the opposite of a workout. That's
right. Did you happen to be up and go to a class?
No, I set an alarm, 6 a.m. And then I sit in my bed for 10 minutes wallowing. And then I go, okay, Jared, I do that move. Jared, come on. You got to go.
Do you have 3 minutes where you're I could just be fat? Forget it. It's not worth it. It's not. I'd rather not get up.
I could just be fat. It's my whole. That's my motto. That's what I say before eating. Well, on the subject of I could just be fat, I've been doing these food videos.
Okay.
I woke up to this message. I went in Spokane, Washington. I went to this restaurant and I've been doing these food videos. I don't know if you've seen. And basically it's me giving food hot takes while I try the food at these restaurants. And
okay. I'm
generally looking to be positive. I'm not looking to be mean to her. If I go to a place, it's because I heard it's good, So I'm wearing the shirt right now. I went to this place called Chowderhead.
Good chowder?
Great chowder. One of the more unbelievable cheesesteaks that I've ever had.
Do you like cheesesteaks?
I like everything. It's tough. I mean, if someone said they didn't like cheesesteaks, I'd be like, what's wrong with you? It's cheese and meat. What? You don't like cheesesteaks?
I don't know if I'd ever order one. But
yeah, I wouldn't order. Yeah. Generally, I wouldn't. I would be too hard on myself. I'd be I'm going to be fat today, but not that fat.
Right.
I'm not looking to have a cheesesteak. If that was on the menu, I'd be like, Jared, come on. What are you giving up? That's not generally what I would get.
Right. Okay.
I got it because I said, basically the place was awesome vibe. The video's on my TikTok, but awesome vibe. The people working there were all very heavy metal looking. There was it was an old diner that looked like an old woman would have had it that they took over. It had a whole thing. And Spokane is kind of this, Spokane has its own vibe where it's it's these smaller towns that once were something and now they're trying to be something else. And they're hyper political on both sides of the aisle. There's very conservative and very liberal people there.
It sounds like hell.
It is hell on earth as far as that's concerned. The shows are good. I love doing shows there because it's a great place to work out comedy.
Okay. Well, how does this lead us to your morning workout class?
Well, when I was waking up and wallowing and deciding whether to go or not, I look at my phone. I have a message from the owner. Hey, man, our business is way up from your video.
Oh, that's nice.
And I was whoa, I felt so good about it. And
free cheesesteaks for the rest of your life.
Right. I got to travel across the country, 3 flights to go get them. So
right. I think, 3 expensive cheesecakes. Right.
So that happened. And then I went into the gym and and I took a walk. I'm living my Delray life here. I have a date tonight.
Oh, look at you. You're like that scene at the end of the montage makeover where the person's just having a great time.
Right.
You know, like
I want to be a supermodel.
Or like Rocky. It's like you at Soul Cycle at 7.
Right.
Then,
this is the come up scene. This is what as I'm rising, getting better. Yeah.
Yes.
This is
you
and the
clawing your way out of a rut. Yeah.
Out of my gross existence. The date, I kind of wanted to tell you how it happened.
Yeah, let's hear it. IRL?
IRL.
You're off the apps, so.
I'm off the apps. I went to dinner with my dad. My mom had other plans.
Okay.
And we go to dinner, and then he goes one way, I go the other. Like, he's driving home, I'm driving home. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't I get a little fro-yo? I'm a big fro-yo after dinner guy. Get my sweet treat.
I sense a meet cute coming.
It's a meet weird because I get out of the car and I'm a Brendy's guy. I know people are very hot on Yogurt Emporium here, which everyone can go look up. But Brendy's, I like a peanut butter fro-yo base with Reese's Pieces topping.
That's your order.
Generally, if they ask, sometimes I split it, Reese's Pieces and chocolate chips.
Okay. Yes. You're living a wild life now that you've left New York City.
Things are pretty nuts here. So okay. I get out of the car and I walk across the parking lot and I see like a big Jeep just stop and like stare at me.
Okay.
Like it felt like the car was staring at me, like in the movie Cars. Like it felt like it had eyes.
Okay.
And I see a woman behind the wheel and it stopped in a way that I'm like, I feel like they might know me. You know?
Okay.
So then I go in, I get my fro-yo, I come out, I'm like, I'll eat it in the car, before I leave. And that car that stopped and looked at me is parked next to mine.
Okay.
And I'm like, here we go. And I sit in the car and I start eating my fro-yo next to this car that's like very obviously going to have a window roll down.
Okay.
And they're like, and all of a sudden the window comes down.
Is your window down?
I'm in a convertible, so I won't get into it.
Oh yeah. Wow! So that's the car you own you lease a convertible in Delray.
I drive my parents' red convertible. It really
they lent it to you.
Yes, they.
Okay.
So I didn't tell you that.
No, you not mentioned that. You must have been ashamed. So hold on. I'm just trying to think if there's anything more midlife crisis. Then
yes.
I moved down to Delray. I'm driving my parents' red What kind of convertible is it? Is it a Porsche?
It's a Jaguar. They've had it.
Okay,
I've never told.
That's even better. How did you not tell me about this?
It's crazy. It was Neil Sedaka's car. Do you know Neil Sedaka, the musician?
Is that the one that lived by them in Boston or something? Or that was a hockey player or something?
This is Neil Sedaka is a musician who's pretty famous, is a Hall of Fame level name.
Okay. It sounds familiar.
So this was actually like a Seinfeld episode that he had John Voight's car, but it wasn't John Voight. It was a different John Voight. My parents, for whatever reason, they have a car that used to be owned by Neil Sedaka that he signed the visor. Like he took a Sharpie and wrote on the visor, Neil Sedaka. But it's just written like anyone could have written it. It has a music note next to Sedaka. Okay. And you're like, I don't know if this was a scam or whatever. So like, I'm in this red convertible and I'm, tooling around, Southeast Florida. And yeah, that's me.
Did you choose this car or they were like, Jared, you're moving down here for 3 months. No need for you to lease a car.
Oh yeah,
this is the car. This is the extra car that we have because we're very rich.
Yes.
Okay. That no one uses.
They have a third car that is like their like convertible, have fun car.
Okay.
And my mom hates the car. My mom's whole thing is that the car is broken. It's old. She hates that it's old.
Okay.
And so every time you drive it, she's like, the car's going to break down. Don't drive the car. But the car works perfectly fine. But all she
Jaguar. I've never seen anyone under the age of 60 in a Jaguar.
Well, me. Wait, I'll send you a picture.
Yes,
I mean, it is.
Add it to the video, please.
It's we'll put it on the video. Yeah. It is a fun car and it's It purrs like a kitten. It's like great. I drove it to Miami last night. I did a show in Miami.
Get in the Jag.
Get in the Jag. But it is also, my mom, all she does is wishes for it to break down. So anytime I get in the car, she's like, that car, you shouldn't drive it. I wish you would just Uber. I wish you would get rid of that car. And I'm like, it's fine. It's
convertible.
Totally great.
It's
a convertible. It's great. So yeah. So I come out of Brendy's and I'm just sitting in a red convertible eating my fro-yo from a cup.
Red Jaguar convertible.
A red Jaguar convertible that used to be owned by Neil Sedaka.
You had to paint this. I had to help you paint this picture.
Yes, you did help me. Thank you. And so now this white Jeep is next to me and the window goes down. They're like, do you remember me? Which I hate.
Oh, you hate. Yes, that's your least favorite thing.
Don't you remember me?
We discussed this. Again, for anyone who hasn't heard previous episodes of us talking about this, the proper way to do this is you probably don't remember me. Here's who I am.
And
great to see you again. Yes.
Let me off the hook. It's rude.
You probably don't remember me. Yes.
Yeah. You probably don't remember.
I'm sure you don't remember me.
So then I go, I'm like, I don't. And they go, we met outside of Way Beyond Bagels, which is like a Boca bagel place. Okay. Like way back in November. I went to your show. I'm like, well, thank you. That's cool. And they're like, what do you do? And now I'm like being caught up and I remember them. And they're like, what are you doing? Are you here on vacation? Or are you here visiting your parents? And I'm like, I actually
don't they listen to the show?
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm insulted.
Right.
Well, you can hear it all on my podcast. That's what I said. I'm a big piece of shit. Yeah. So I actually moved to Delray for the summer. I'm seeing if it can work. And that's that, and they're like, are you looking to meet someone? I was like, a friend? No. A woman to,
looking to fuck. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
In my Jag, in the back seat of my Jag.
And then I rev the engine. Papa looking to fuck.
Horrific.
J-Train looking to get on the rails to Pound Town. Neil Sedaka's boy, J-Train.
Oh my God. I hope she's listening to this show.
You got it started.
I did. Okay. So you said I'm not looking for a friend. Friendships.
Well, I'm looking, I would meet someone and she's like, I have someone. You should go on a date with them.
Not her.
Not her. She's got a kid in the back. She's driving with a baby in the back. And she's driving around because the baby, I guess to put it to sleep, you have to you go in the car or some shit. I've seen that on Modern Family. Okay. So I go, well, I'm looking at it. And this is where it gets weird and awkward. And I'm sure single people who are listening right now are understanding. It's like, you got to meet this. Oh my God, she's wonderful. She's great. She's unbelievable. We've been trying, and she's this and that and this and that. And I'm like, all right, let me see a picture. Right.
Everyone should know that it starts with a picture.
I hate being forced to ask. I hate that.
Right. I think anyone who doesn't volunteer that is not someone I would trust with a setup. I'll show you a picture. Here's a picture. I'll send you.
This is a random woman in a parking lot. Yeah.
I'll send you 3 pictures. I think 3 pictures. I always send some, if I'm looking to set someone up, 3 pictures.
I think that's appropriate. I think 3 is enough to make a decision based on a recommendation too. This isn't just rando online. This is recommendation.
Sure.
So 3 should be enough. And so she gives me, I look them up and I have like the one picture from Instagram private account. I'm like, I go, well, here, let's play it this way. Here's my number. If they want to text me, they can text me and we'll maybe figure something out. And that's kind of where we left it. I go, well, it's good to see you. Nice to meet you. Good to see you again. And then I drove away and in the Neil Sedaka Jaguar. And that was that. And then they ended up texting. And now, this
and you like the pictures? How many pictures did they send?
The one from...
Oh.
I'm
never
sent going...
It's a blind
I'm
date.
opening myself up, but there is an element of like, it's exciting, it's fun, but it's like, you do have this is why like people don't like hearing from single men.
Because you need a picture?
Like, no, because look at how nice this is. Nice young woman approaches me, like is just on the lookout. This isn't even like one of her good friends. This is like someone that like is in the peripherals of her life that she's just thinking of. And I'm like, I'm not saying
it's
this
good to be a man.
This is kind of like the rub of like dating an older guy. Like I'm 40. I'm not saying I'm an old man, but I'm saying like, I mean, we would have to hit it off in such a way for this to like, for me to like leave this lifestyle.
What lifestyle?
My Jaguar.
Give up the Jag.
Give up the Jag and the frozen yogurts and the random woman like, hey, I got a girl. Like that's all fun. Like this is all like I know I'm incredibly lucky, but I'm like,
I mean, it's fun, but you also didn't even enjoy the Barrier Reef. So
right. That's hard to remember. It's hard. Right. Thank you for reminding me of my lowest time ever, that I was at the Great Barrier Reef and was as lonely as I've ever been in one of the bucket list items. But I'm like, it's easy to forget that.
Right. Well, that's, I think, the other side of it. Right. But yeah, life is, I think, seems like it's pretty good for you right now in Delray.
Yeah. I don't want to say that too loud. I feel like saying that out loud makes, the horrific things.
Do you think it would be even better with a girlfriend?
I do, but I'm not, I don't know, I'm not.
But but it's funny because you're like, oh, like I'm going on this date. I didn't really even get the pictures. She'd have to be so incredible for me to give this all up. But also,
we'd have to be incredible. I want to make sure that
she'd have to be incredibly good match for me.
Right.
Sure.
Because I'm not even trying to like say that to like save face. I'm just saying like that is the reality. Right. It's not like this isn't a good person if I don't have a good time, like.
Right. But my question is, it's like, do you enjoy going on dates with people that don't wind up being your girlfriend?
I feel embarrassed by them. I feel insecure. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? It does feel annoying.
I'm just trying to get a sense of if you like this or like, do you like continuing to go on dates?
I don't know. It's a up and down thing, like it's, you like this, like the fodder. I like the conversation, what happened, this parking lot that turns into this like thing,
anything,
like,
right. The best thing is anything could happen. The worst thing is anything could happen. Right.
Yeah. Right. I like it more here than I did in New York a little bit right now, but maybe because it's new and then maybe because it's like, I have nothing to do tonight. In New York, it was always this like, and the pleasure of being here is the separation. Like I do feel helped by that.
Separation from what?
Just from New York. Like when I came in to do You Up earlier this week, it was like I was booked solid.
Right.
And it was work. The idea of meeting up with someone or going on a date, like that would have been a stress.
Right. And you don't do any of that.
Last night I went to the Miami Improv and I dropped in on a show. They let me do 20 minutes on the show without like, putting my name on the show.
Okay.
And that was nice, but that was the only thing I could do last night. It wasn't like I could like go on a date, then go to the Miami Improv, then
right.
That's an hour away,
So it sounds like you're taking it slower down there.
Taking it slower. It's like forced
work-life balance.
Yeah, forced balance, which I needed. Like it's hard to balance when it's like, I think this, like when you're starting betches, like the idea of balance is kind of hard.
Right. There's no like separate when you're running your own thing, there's no real separation between work and not work.
Right. And you feel a lot of guilt when you like take a night for yourself or I do anyways, because I could have been doing something or, if the date doesn't go well.
Anything that goes well is like on you. Anything that does go well is on you. So it's better, you get more like you get more payoff either way, or payoff or consequences. So I get that.
So that's
so you're going on the date tonight.
I'm going on the date.
It seems like people are trying to set you up pretty frequently down there.
It's something that like it's water everywhere, not a drop to drink. Like it's frustrating and very flattering at the same time.
Why is it frustrating?
It's frustrating because you're like, you want to, again, anything could happen and anything could happen. So you go, of course, maybe that, it's all these, it becomes like, you're a little bit paralyzed by it. Cause it's like, I don't want to like go out with someone, disappoint someone, I don't know.
Well, can I ask why you would go out with this person without getting picture, like a real picture?
She was very cute in the picture I saw.
In the thumbnail?
In the thumb, it was enough for me to know.
Okay.
That's why I'm not like that's why I've never been the one to be like, you need more pictures. Like, like.
I guess if you could zoom.
I'm just saying, like, I
Google
don't.
them?
You could Google. I'm just saying, I don't think this whole thing of like men being like, I've been catfished, and like, I just think that's like a loud narrative that's not as.
No, to me, it's not catfished. To me, that's not like what I was implying.
No, I know.
It's more like I don't know what you look like.
Right. I saw. I can look at one picture and go, I know.
The penis. The penis has decided that you will go. We will go. Yes.
The penis always knows. The penis knows. Yeah.
Survey says.
The picture thing to me is not. Listen, I am one to be annoyed at no picture. This is not where I'm at with this. I was like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's also like, I want to do something tonight and I don't want to like sit at dinner with my parents.
It's fair.
That's part of it too. Like, it's either go on a date or come home and do nothing, or go with my parents and have them. They took out their Ozempic last night to give to me. Like they literally took it out of the fridge. Like it was like, let's go.
Why?
Like they're out of control.
They both are on Ozempic?
They're both on it. They walk into places, it's like a parade float walking in. It's like crazy. So I need the night off from them. So,
how often do you see them down there?
As much every other day or every day. I'll go over there and play golf, and then I'll eat dinner. I ate dinner there last night.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of time together.
Yeah, but it's nice and it's horrible at the same time. It's again, anything can happen.
There you go.
What's going on with you?
I mean, by the time this airs, I will be back from my European vacay.
Are you excited?
I am excited. It's nice to just like get away, to just like be somewhere different.
And Europe is so like fine, yeah. You feel so upscale. You feel so you feel so cultured just going there.
Totally. And I always just feel lucky when I'm there. I'm like, I feel so very lucky that I like have a life where I could do this like once a year. It just seems like,
yeah,
it's really just nice to be somewhere else. Be like, I have like a fun part of the trip, going to Ibiza with the betches and others.
Et al.
Yes, et al. And then Mike and I are just doing a casual Portugal trip. So I'm excited to just like have both sides of that getaway.
It sounds like we're in our appreciation season.
Look at us.
Just
lucky to be here.
Just lucky to be here. Lucky to have you as a listener. If you're watching or listening,
you guys
thank you.
Possible.
What a wonderful thing we get to do, because you guys enjoy listening to us kvetch and get annoyed with our parents, and
we're
talk
usually
about dating and
much less positive.
Yeah,
what's happening to us?
Yeah, this is an end of the summer positivity fest, brought to you by the UA Podcast. I'm on the road. If you're out there, jaredfreed.com for tickets. The theaters are starting, so these are the ones that, like, we're in the fall. These are the ones that are like big shows. I'm coming to Winnipeg. I'm coming to Providence this weekend. I'll be in Providence. I love Providence. Speaking of food, I'll be at Al Forno one of those nights. That's one of the best restaurants in the country. Great. Jordana, you would love this place.
Providence, Rhode Island?
Providence has great food scene. And it was all really started by this restaurant, Al Forno. So
it sounds very familiar.
It's got some fame to it. It's no hot take to like Alfarno, but Winnipeg, Richmond. I'm gonna be in all over the country. DC's coming up. I'm excited for DC. So go to my website. It's so many, and Boston already sold out one show. So Boston, New York, that's gonna sell out too.
San Francisco,
San Francisco. I've already been there.
Show.
Yeah.
You've already been there by then. Okay.
Yeah, but by the time this happened, so your brother and I had a great time. What are we talking about today?
Today, let's get into our first email. You guys ready?
Yeah.
And guys, if you are not subscribed to YouTube, you are missing out on some quality bonus content. We just released 5 tips for a first date. So don't go on a first date without listening to these 5 tips because you might.
I'm going to have to review them tonight.
Ruin it.
After we're done, I got to review them for my big day.
Oh, yeah. Make sure that do you have a place?
I texted.
Did you confirm?
I texted the confirmation. I said, what part of town works best for you?
Nice.
I'm mobile.
This is not his first rodeo.
I've been down this road before in my Jaguar.
Yes. Do you ever offer to pick someone up in the Jag?
That is something that runs through your mind, but no, I kind of like, I think in the age of Uber, you can go.
Yeah.
Let's
what
meet
date would you pick someone up? What number date?
We'd have to be married, I think, by the time.
You're literally coming from the same house that you live in?
Yeah, it would take a lot.
You wouldn't pick someone up for a third date?
I'd pick them up for a third date. I would. But I would be like, what am I, a Poindexter? I would have a moment where I'm like, hair, combed. I would feel like feel like you're in the 1950s a little bit, but I would.
That's kind of what's cute about it, though.
Right. There's an old fashionedness to it that's nice.
Yeah, I don't think I've been picked up for a date since like college.
Do you get out of the car and like open the door for them? Like, do I bring a bouquet? Like, what would I do?
Depends how much you'd like to have sex that night.
Right, that's fair. You're always. I like that Jordana's more disgusting than I am. I'm like, it depends how much I want to smooch. Depends how much you're looking to get blown. You want to come or not? You better bring those flowers.
Yeah. There goes my my gratitude positivity.
Yeah, there it is.
Beware.
All right, let's
do it. I'll read our first email.
Let's do it.
Hello, I'm writing in about dating with a disability and how that might be perceived. For some backstory, I'm currently 28 and have an invisible disability. I was diagnosed with a connective tissue disorder a few years ago that has just been wreaking havoc on my body basically since I was born. I've had multiple surgeries on my wrists and back for torn ligaments, along with chronic pain and limited mobility at times. A lot more comes along with this disorder that I won't deep dive into, but I've had to stop working over a year ago and may never be able to work again due to my limitations. Physically, I feel like I'm a relatively average, pretty person, and if you saw me on the street, you wouldn't assume anything is wrong with me unless I'm wearing a brace, etc. My fear with dating is that I'll have to tell them about my medical issues. Regardless, they would see my surgical scars pretty easily, but also that I can't work. I feel like it's embarrassing, even though I can't actually do anything about it, but it makes me feel inadequate in the dating pool. So how do I go about dating and being transparent, as well as saying I don't have a job, but that I'm not like a bum? LOL. I've heard Jared mention not having a job is a red flag, but I still want to find a loving relationship where I feel respected, supported, and understood. I'm getting older, and the more I push off finding a serious relationship, the more I feel like I'll be alone forever. Dramatic, I know. I also feel like I grew up in a more privileged environment, so I'm used to a certain socioeconomic status and would now expect a partner to provide that. Like a partner's finances would be very important to me. So I guess I feel superficial in that way when all I really have to offer is being a housewife that is a lot of surgeries and doctor's appointments. Overall, these past 2 years have been very hard medically, but I really want to travel, have fun, and start living life with a partner. I just need more support than the average gal. Like I cannot lift a suitcase or anything heavy due to my wrists. Help.
So I want to, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
But also I appreciate that they're writing in. I think it's like admirable to be.
It's vulnerable.
The vulnerability in this email is like unbelievable. And I want to respond to, I've heard Jared mention not having a job as a red flag. I would say this is a different circumstance.
I agree. Yes.
I just want to make sure that
context is everything.
Context is everything. So I that might in itself help this emailer to hear, like, I hear this story. I'm not like, oh my God, this person doesn't have a job. Like, it's like, that's not my first thought at all. Like,
totally. What's interesting about this email is she writes about a lot of the things that she can't do. And I think in dating, again, everyone has their baggage.
Yeah.
Some people maybe won't be interested, just like anything else that you might have. It might not work for them. But I think I would focus on like what you do. Like, what is your life? What do you do?
Yeah.
Like, what are your passions? What are you like? If to me to go in to a date, you're sort of like saying who you are. And this is sort of like you saying like what's holding you back. And again, she's saying it to us. So I get that she's not necessarily saying this on a date, but I would have loved to hear more about like, okay, you don't work. Again, understandable given your circumstances. But I think like if I were on a date with you or anyone going through this, I'd want to know like what they do.
Right.
Like, what are their passions? What do they do? She says she like likes to travel, do all these things. Like, to me, sort of like leading with the positive stuff that you do feel like is part of a great life would be important.
Right. The way she described, I could not agree with you more. The way she described herself. And again, I agree also. This is an email letting us know what her issue is.
Right. She's not saying this is how I
this isn't my whole life. Right. This isn't her showing up to a date. But it is worth reminding, like, the way the perspective of the email does sound a little bit like a guy's going through a line of women and like looking at their bodies and making sure their wrists are strong enough to hold suitcases. Like, that's not what goes into the partner searching process, like it's about the match. And again, like when I was talking about the date, the reason I wanted to make sure the languaging of like my date of like, oh, if I have the worst time, it's not because they're a bad person. It's because we're not the match.
Right.
So I think that's important for her to remember is like, you're looking for like a match that's special, and what you're going through, which I'm sorry you're going through that. And it's been, a lifetime of it. And I'm sure you've come up with like ways to, make sure that you can have a livable life. And I'm sure they do have passions and hobbies and all those things. Like, it's not like they're just meeting someone who needs their help.
Right.
Like, and they bring up like the financial stuff that they're looking for. Like, it's interesting because they're like, when you bring up like the financial stuff, you're like, I grew up with a certain lifestyle and I'm looking for someone who could provide that. Like, that's okay to want.
It's okay to want. It might make the pool of people that are a match for you smaller, but it's okay to want, just like anything else.
Sure, but you're not a charity case. And that's kind of how it sounded the way this email was positioned.
Right.
Is like, well, I'm just going to be a housewife who has tons of doctor's appointments and surgeries. Like, that's not
I wouldn't present
the packaging.
yourself that way.
Yeah, that right. That's not the marketing campaign we should be going with. Like,
well, that's why I'm like, what do you do? Like, what does your life entail? Like, what do you bring? What do you have to, not, I don't want to say have to offer, but like, what are you like? Like, what is like, I think that she's focusing on what she's missing or what someone might want that she doesn't have. And again, I think we could all focus on that. I don't do this. I don't do that. I'm not someone who like, whatever. And this is obviously like a more serious version of that.
Right.
And I think the packaging to me also tells you how well you've processed whatever is going on with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might need to spend more time sort of like reworking the way you're thinking about this, processing it, figuring out what kind of life you do want aside from whatever guy you'll meet.
I was trying to think of like how I could help in this email. And I'm like imagining myself on a date with them. Because like when they say it makes me feel inadequate in the dating pool, I'm really sorry they feel that way. Like I can't help that. Like, I can't tell them how to feel. I think what you're saying is like exactly what if I was on a date with someone and they were like, well, this is what's going on in my life. I've dealt with something since I've been born. And over the last year, it's made me have to like scale back on working. And
right. But here's what I do instead.
Instead of working, and then I guess from my angle, like I'd be like, one, I wouldn't want to insult them. That would be my first thing. And there's so much noise around words and language right now that like when you get one-on-one with someone, you might, especially in a dating scenario, you just want to make sure that someone knows you're not trying to make them feel bad in any way. You're on the date. Like if a guy's on a date with you, he's there because he's attracted to you and there was a nice back and forth via the dating app or via, the texting. So they're there because they want to be there. No one's there as because they were forced into it. So I would want to know if you bring this up and you feel comfortable enough, bring it up with me. I would want to know like what you do on a day-to-day basis, like, and what the positives are in your life. And also like, what can I do? Like, what is there, am I saying things right? Am I, did I choose the right place for a date considering an invisible disability that you have? I don't know.
I agree. I don't think she also needs to name the drawbacks of every positive thing that she said, I want to travel, have fun, living. I don't think she needs to say I love to travel, but also like you're gonna need to hold my suitcase. Like that doesn't need to be. That needs to be said. Yeah, she
doesn't need to say. Yeah, I have trouble with the suitcase in the same way she doesn't say I want to travel. You want to meet someone that you get along with really well and in a special way. All the rest will work itself out. Everything else will work itself out, no matter what your problems are, no matter what their problems are, because they got, they got problems too. They got things they got to deal with too.
I would figure out on packaging who you are aside from this connective tissue disorder. Like, who are you? Like, because that doesn't define you, right? I think the way she's presenting it makes it feel like it defines her. And I guess it's a big part of her life.
Sure.
That's totally fine. But I think that like, if you're going out with someone, what I would want to know, I'd want to know about that, but I'd also want to know like, who are you aside from that?
Right. Okay, so that's going on, and now what?
Right.
I'm with you. And it's like, you might look at this and send this email in and go, well, because I've been dealing with surgeries and stuff, I haven't really been concentrating on developing other hobbies and my friendships. Like maybe that's gone by the wayside. And maybe this is like a moment to go, hey, that's the first thing I should be doing instead of dating.
Yeah.
Because dating before you have interests and hobbies and friends, it's a Band-Aid on a flesh wound.
Totally agree. So I think I would work on like actually finding things in my life that I do love and cultivating like a life that I do love before dating, because that's true for anyone in any scenario.
I feel that in my own life. I listen, taking a step back and being like, especially deleting the apps and being here and slowing things down, like I was talking about in the beginning, like that's all like health journey stuff that has nothing, that is me meeting less people.
Right. Yeah. And I just think people don't want to be, when you're going out with someone, it doesn't want to, no one wants to feel like they're being brought in to fix your life, to make your life good. You could be better, but not good. So I think that like even when she's saying like, I'm expecting, I'd want someone to support me and I could be a housewife who goes to a lot of doctor's appointments. Like that's not like a good pitch.
No.
Like a pitch is like, I'm a really caring, loving partner and I love taking care of people and I love traveling and doing all this stuff and I'm a lot of fun and I have this disability that holds me back in certain ways.
Right. I have these are my favorite movies. This is the music I like. I have interests. Yeah, all those things. Let's do another email. UUP@betches.com. Keep sending them in. We got a petty or prudent.
Love a petty or prudent.
Love a petty or prudent. Basically, J and J are going to judge whether after the breakout, you had a breakup and you acted in a certain way. Did you act petty or was it prudent? You needed to do it. You ready?
Ready.
I was dating my now ex-boyfriend, Ian, for 2 years when I discovered he cheated on me during a trip to Hawaii with a woman who lived there. I was 31, he was 35, about to turn 36. I had a weird sixth sense and decided to follow a woman from Hawaii on Instagram, and boom, coupley pics of them in her stories. Wait, what? Just randomly followed a woman?
I don't think it was a sixth sense. I think it was like she saw someone in some picture. He followed someone, and then she followed them too.
Totally. He followed her, and
she
went through the follow list. Yeah. Okay. She made it sound like she sniffed.
Yeah. I just happen to feel like this one random woman in a state I'm not in and don't live in happens to be having sex with my boyfriend.
A state that is 6 hours away from the coastal United States. It's like the farthest it could ever get. Okay.
What are you, Harry Potter?
Yeah. I smell cheating in the air. Okay. He had never mentioned meeting up with her, though he'd once said they met pre-us and it was just friend vibes. All right, that makes sense. A friend DM'd her to give her a heads up we were dating. She confirmed they had been talking and hooked up on that trip, unaware he had a girlfriend. I confronted him when he got back. He admitted it. I dumped him. Bye. Here's the petty or prudent. I had just bought Ian a $6,000 incline adjustable mattress as an early birthday gift. I mean, what a gift.
That is crazy. How long were they dating? 2 years?
2 years? Even 2 years.
That's a very expensive gift.
2 years birthday, flowers and dinner. Like a $6,000 mattress?
Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, put it towards the ring. Put it towards the wedding at that point if you're looking to spend that much, right? Don't you?
Yeah, I think that's like a little crazy. I mean, she keeps going, but like I think it's sort of giving me a sense of the lifestyle these people are living. Okay. But
here's the petty or prudent. I had just bought Ian a $6,000 incline adjustable mattress as an early birthday gift. He had acid reflux. And
how about a Tums?
Right.
How about a Tums? Let's start with that.
Acid reflux. Here's your gold-plated mattress, sir. What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And handled the delivery while he was in Hawaii cheating. There is no weirder feeling than the tracing back what you were doing while he's making love with some rando. Yeah.
And that's painful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that sucks. After the breakup, I asked him to Venmo me the $6,000, which he did. No big fight.
This guy really wants to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he would pay anything. Would you like double? I didn't ask him to repay me for the hundreds of thousands I spent on him during the relationship.
Hundreds of thousands in 2 years?
That's a lot of money. Private planes, luxury vacations, designer clothes, etc. We even had a $250,000 Africa trip planned, non-refundable, and I ate the cost of rebooking for my mom.
Jared, maybe you should find this woman.
I gotta meet this.
Sounds
chick.
like
was asking for the mattress money back petty or prudent? Should I have asked for more? When is it okay to request money in a breakup? Best refund, please.
Okay, here's my thought. When you spend money in a relationship, that is not money that you should be expecting to get back if the relationship does not work out for both people.
I'm with you. I think there's we get these petty or prudence that are money related. And I do think there's a huge difference between, hey, we share rent, we share a mortgage.
Sure.
And my family lives a lifestyle that I'm including you in on. Because what this email is saying to me is that I come from a very wealthy family.
I would assume, unless she's like
31, 250,000 private planes, like, and she writes
crazy. $6,000 birthday gift.
The $6,000 birthday gift
for acid reflux.
If she's listening, I also have acid reflux and I am single and would love to meet her.
She'll send DM her your address to send it.
You can send it to, just send it to Del Rey. I'll find it. Yeah. So I will say, she says, Africa trip plan, non-refundable. And I ate the cost of rebooking for my mom.
Sounds like your mom ate the cost of rebooking for your mom.
Yeah. I'm going to assume, let me just live in the real world for 2 seconds. Maybe she's the woman who created Spanx. Maybe. Or
that woman's in her 40s.
Okay, well, maybe this was in the early days of Spanx. I don't know. Or they come from a wealthy background, which fine, that's okay. But there is a thing where at that level of wealth, including them in what you're doing is you living your life and wanting a partnership that has to like keep up with that. Or you don't let people into that because you don't want to feel used, or you let people into that because you're trying to impress them a little bit because it makes you feel good.
That's part of what you have to offer.
Right. Yeah.
And that's
so
okay.
Like,
it's okay. Here's the thing.
That's okay.
It's okay if that's part of what you have to offer. I don't think that makes you like a bad person. Everyone has their own package. For some people, their hotness is part of what they have to offer.
Right.
That's not bad either.
For me, it's a red Jaguar signed by Neil Sedaka.
Yes, that's what you have to offer.
Right. But I'm with you. I just like what she has to hear is that like the way she's looking at these gifts and money is
transactional.
It's very transactional, and it's like it's part of what she's using to lure this guy into her world, and she probably gets a lot out of that. But then to say, now that it's over, you didn't pay me back for the $250,000 private plane we took. It's like, well, you got something out of that.
And no one asked you to do that, I assume.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I think that even to bring this into like a more realistic for your everyman out there, like if you took someone on vacation during a relationship and then you break up, that person doesn't owe you the money for the relationship.
No.
Don't give anything in a relationship. Again, unless we're talking about we have an agreement about I pay the mortgage and they pay the renovations, or I pay the mortgage, they pay me, they pay for the grocery, whatever it is. Like that's like more of like these are all the things she's talking about are like sexy things that are not like necessary, and I assume weren't discussed as like as being only free if they wind up getting married.
Even the mattress makes more sense. You're right. But even the mattress, like, hey, we live together. I bought the mattress. You're taking it with you because it helps you with your acid reflux. I'd like the money for the mattress.
Sure.
That is totally different.
The mattress, I think, even though it was technically, again, a birthday present, I think he should give her the money for the mattress. He was cheating on her while she was installing the mattress. He should have offered even if she didn't ask. That one I'm fine with. She asks. I think that's prudent.
The mattress is prudent because he's also using it after the fact too. Like,
yes,
I think that's a big part of it as well. Like, hey, he's going to have that mattress. I just got rid of my mattress. I had it for 18 years.
Is that like, okay? I thought their mattress lasts like 10 years.
I'd never thought to replace it. And we've been sponsored by many mattress companies.
You haven't switched them out for a
No, I
Lisa
gave them away.
Casper
I gave
Purple
them away. Yeah. I was like Mr. Mattress at one point. I was just tossing mattresses at people left and right.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You're like Oprah, and you get a mattress, and you get a mattress. Yeah.
You get to sleep, and you're going to have a nighty night.
Yeah. And I mean, he sounds like he didn't, he didn't make a thing about the mattress. But again, I would just keep this in mind for any relationship. Anything that you spend on someone in a good time in a relationship does not owe it back to you if it doesn't work. It doesn't work out.
I would ask the question, am I spending this money on them because I want us to have a great time and a memory, or am I spending this on them to impress them?
Does it matter in terms of getting the money, asking for the money back after a breakup?
No, it matters in how you're going to feel after the breakup.
Right.
I think because if things end, you're going to feel like you were had because your big move to impress them, guess it didn't fucking work.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big part of that.
And that's like when you see those petty guys who are like Venmoing you for dinner after the date.
Right. That's petty.
Because you didn't want to go out with them again. Yeah.
Let's do another email.
Let's do it. Okay. I will read it. Hi, Jared and Jordana. Would love to hear you discuss content creator Bradley on a Budget's frugal dating video. Link below. Bradley discusses how he has been single for 8 years and is looking for love with a fellow frugal person. He sleeps on a mattress he got from a dorm and refuses to spend money eating out. Other videos show his torn up towels, side hustle money, and other extremes to save $1. Just had to share this since this reminds me of so many listener emails. So what do you think? Can one live frugally and find love? The TikTok comments range from "May this love never find me" to "I should date him so I can finally save money." Okay, so what do you think? The listener asks, "Can one live frugally and find love?"
So we just watched the video. It seems as though Bradley, like, he's trying to start a business as like how to save money, like money saving hacks, as well as this is who he is as a person, which
sure,
all the credit to him. Like I have no issue. Money is emotional, and money and the way you handle it is part of your personality trait.
It also seems like this is almost like a hobby for him. Like it's like
right. He gets off to it.
Right. Yes. It's not like, it seems like there's utility to it, but more it's like almost like a compulsion.
Right. And there's one part specifically in the Bradley video where he says going out to dinner is stupid.
I cook all of my food at home to save money because going out to eat is expensive and stupid.
That was like him showing his opinion on eating out. And, this is one of those things that like we should send to people who don't know how to figure out their own taste. Like, I think it would be like a helpful exercise for people like that are like having trouble, like dating people that are not really giving them what they want, to like give them flashcards of like what a guy does or what a woman does, and for them to go, is it for me? Is it not for me? Because this is a great example because it's very fun and like it's super direct. I am frugal. So here are the examples of what makes me frugal. And you can look at this and go, Bradley seems like a nice guy who I would never date. And that's okay to say.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
doesn't mean he's a horrible person.
It also doesn't mean that Bradley won't find love or that someone will date him that is a little bit less frugal than him, but thinks that this frugality has got its nice quirks. Like the comment saying, "May this love never find me," to me is a very appropriate comment.
Yeah.
This isn't for me.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, like that, if everyone thought that way, you wouldn't have any insane commenters on every video. But right. Yeah, people have to take it all personally. Would I date Bradley? Probably not.
Yeah.
Do I think there's something kind of like almost like fun and funny about the compulsiveness to it? Yeah. Like, do I think that there's someone out there who would love that? Totally.
Absolutely. What's funny about the Bradley video is, I think we all wish people were as simple as Bradley. Bradley represents, someone who lives their life in black and white. Like,
yes, it's freeing. I thought that when I saw it. I'm like, imagine being so confident in living this kind of lifestyle.
Because there's things that I do frugally that someone would go, well, you also do this.
Right. He's very consistent.
Right. That's the thing. And it's like most human beings, and I'm sure Bradley is too, like, to me, this is the hell of social media. The only way to like lift off for Bradley to get his point across is to be all frugal, and that's it. That's his religion.
Right.
There's no nuance to Bradley. If it's cheap, it's Bradley. If it's expensive, you're against me. You're doing it stupid. Going out to dinner is stupid, as Bradley says. To me, that's not a real human being. Like, that's not dating. You would never date a Bradley. Now I'm angry at Bradley.
You turned into one of those angry commenters.
Well, I just think that there is this delusion amongst daters that everyone is going to be all things, or that they're going to like stay by a party line. We're all looking for these like religions and these groups and, political parties on everything. And it's like, when Bradley says going out for dinner is stupid, that's crazy.
Right.
It's okay to cook for yourself at home. I'm cooking for myself here in Delray. Look at me. I'm not judging someone else because they go out for dinner on a Tuesday.
Right.
But this is how I, save money. So I don't know. Is Bradley dateable? Sure. Is frugality undateable? No.
I would agree. That's my stance on this as well. And I'm sure Bradley will find as someone, it's not going to be the person from the previous email taking $250,000 trips to Africa.
No, it is not.
But to each their own. All right, let's do red flag or deal breaker. You want to play?
Let's play some games. Let's do it. Red flag or deal breaker. You're dating someone. One thing happens. Do you notice it? It's a red flag or is it a deal breaker? You're out. You ready?
Ready.
I'll get right to it. Been on the apps for the last month or so. I'm 31 female dating in Denver, or should I say Menver, land of the man-child.
Indeed.
Okay. This is something I've heard before. They love, it's funny, like Denver is like, I like to hike, I like to bike, and like all that stuff takes like priority over a woman.
Right. It's the home of the dude bros.
Right. And it's like, that's annoying to them. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go to New York. Oh, they're finance bros and all they do is they're busy and they got work. And it's like, well, what is it?
What do you want? Right. Yeah. So you want a stoner who's just skiing all day, or do you want a finance guy who has no soul?
Make a choice.
Yes.
I went out with this guy from Hinge. He looks like Lil Dicky. That's not the red flag deal breaker, LOL. My friend met up with us after we got drinks and mentioned to my date that he looks like Lil Dicky. He said that wasn't the first time someone has said that to him. About 10 minutes later, a rando comes up to him and says, hey, has anyone ever told you look like Lil Dicky? My friend and I died What's that?
I guess this guy really looks like Lil Dicky.
He must really look like him. My friend and I died laughing. Later on, my friend makes a joke about it. My date reacts by saying, okay, you need to stop, in a loud, angry voice. He was pretty pissed. I was shocked he had this reaction and was a little turned off. It was a joke. We exchanged a few texts since that night, but I'm not sure if I want to continue seeing him. Curious to hear what you guys think. Was his reaction fair, or was his reaction a red flag deal breaker? Thanks for all the dating advice, and I'll part with words from Lil Dicky. Love is a fickle thing, but I still believe in it. Well, thank you for that inspiring moment. What do you think?
Listen, I think I'd be turned off by the angry reaction, but I could also understand why he'd be like, all right, like,
right.
It's not like you're saying he looks like Brad Pitt. Like, I do think there's like a sense of he's probably drinking. Like, the more he's drinking, the more he's like maybe feeling insecure, feels like you're making fun of him. He's meeting your friend. You guys are laughing. Maybe he feels like you're making fun of him.
Yeah, there's like 5 men that you can be compared to, and like it's cool forever.
Right.
Like Idris Elba, Leo D, Brad Pitt. Like, we know the hotties.
Right.
Like, men specifically.
It's not Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky's not it. And then there's always someone that pops in. No, I think he's hot.
Right.
No,
that's not the point.
We're not saying Lil Dicky's not attractive to people. We're saying he has a look that is, the first words out of your mouth are not, this hot guy, Lil Dicky. You'd say he's got like a Jewish look of like unkept Jewish kid in his basement of his parents smoking weed. That's kind of like how you would describe him, right?
Yes. It's like if someone said you look like Benny Blanco like over and over again, I don't think you'd be like, they think I'm so hot.
Right. And it's there is a point. I'm with you as far as like the what sucks is,
because he was having fun with it the first couple of times. He didn't really care.
For a random person to come up to you on a date and say you look like someone is crazy and annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I just think, like, I would be like, okay, enough. And then your friend has to, like, do the joke the third time. Like, I would actually say that the friend didn't really read the room. Like, your friend's a hack. Like,
right.
We did the joke already. And I'm not saying he has a right to get mad. It's never the action, it's the reaction that gets looked at badly. So I agree that him reacting badly, but like, is not a good look. But why does the joke have to be made annoyed 3 times?
I could see why he'd be annoyed. But I also think,
first date? You're trying to impress someone?
Is it the first date?
My friend,
yeah.
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah. And why is your friend on your first date?
I thought that was kind of nice. We had a good time. Come meet up. I don't know. I think your friend.
This would be a red flag. I'd be like a little turned off by him like raising his voice on a first date.
Right.
But I could also, if I'm him, again, it's later on in the date, we're probably drinking. I'm kind of getting a little irritated.
There's also this like female cackle laugh where two women have fun with a joke in a way that it becomes even more annoying.
Right. Or it feels like they're making fun of you. I think that's sort of like the thing that may have been lost. Like, are you guys all laughing together or are you laughing at him?
Right. My friend and I died laughing. Later on, my friend makes a joke about it. Like, even the amount of laughter towards this one thing, it's like, okay, so I don't even get a chance to make fun of any of you. Like, I'm just getting laughed at.
By people I don't really know that well.
Right. Right. So, I don't know. And Lil Dicky's a pretty good looking dude. I mean, talented.
In that picture,
yeah. It's a good picture.
But that no one's saying you're as talented as Lil Dicky. That wasn't the compliment.
He's an incredible talent. Are you a fan?
I watched the show a couple times. It's good.
Yeah.
I get it. I get what he's doing. It's like cute.
Right.
I would say red flag for me.
It's a red flag for me as well.
Like if I went on a date with a guy and then he brought his friend and they were like laughing at me on a first date, I think.
Right. What else is there to say here? Like, would you get angry? Like, and here's the thing: you have to hold back. You have to be the one that's like, okay, like you can't be angry.
I mean, it's a little bit of a double standard. I think if this were like if it was like a man and his friend met up with you on the date and they were both saying you look like some relatively unattractive female celebrity.
Not unattractive,
not classically attractive female celebrity. If I went on a date with a guy, even if they were like, again, I don't think she's unattractive, but if they were like, you look like Jenny Slate, like and then 3 people said it to me, I'd be like, all right, like it's the first date. You brought your friends. Like I don't need to be laughed at by like 2 men saying I look like someone other than Angelina Jolie.
And then a third guy comes over and goes, are you guys laughing at how she looks like Jenny Slate? Because I thought the same thing from across the room.
It seems a lot more horrific, doesn't it?
It really does. And also, it's such a double standard that I would never have named a woman to use as an example. Like, I just want to say, I think Jenny Slate is hot.
I think she's cute. I'm not saying, but she's not so, I think that's why she's a good comparison because she's like, I don't think she's unattractive, but she's not like so hot that it's obviously a compliment.
Why was that your first thought?
I just feel like someone could say that I look like her, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, the Jewish-looking, dark-haired woman, that happens a lot, too, with lookalikes. Like, I get everyone with dark eyebrows, Like
who?
I don't even want to go into it.
Okay.
Rosie
we won't
O'Donnell.
Go there.
Okay.
Okay. But you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
I just think she's like, I'm not saying she's unattractive. I don't think she's unattractive. I just think she's like a good person and a good Lil Dicky comparison in that like many people could think she's attractive, but it's not like so incredibly obvious that it's a compliment. All right, let's do another one.
Okay.
Hey, J&J, newer listener to the pod, and since I'm recently out of a 2-year relationship, it's become a great guide to navigating being single in my mid-30s.
Love it.
A bartender at a restaurant I frequent and I have been flirting for a couple of months. A couple of weeks ago, he slipped me his number on a napkin, and we went on our first date a few days ago. A little bit into the date, he reveals that he hasn't been on a date in 4 years. I was shocked because he's good looking and has an outgoing personality. I immediately wondered if he hadn't had sex in a while. I mean, he could have had hookups. I wanted to ask, but felt it was inappropriate. He said he knew what I was thinking and didn't feel comfortable talking about that, but a few drinks later, he revealed that he hadn't had sex in 8 years. Is this a red flag or a deal breaker? For additional context, he is 44 and I'm 35. Other than that, I think the date went well. He also said if we continued to pursue things, he'd want to take it slow, and we did have a good night kiss and made plans for a second date. Would love to hear your thoughts. A perplexed Betch.
I'd love your opinion. I think this is another double standard one, maybe, but go ahead.
I think like most things, I would like more context.
Yeah.
I don't think this in itself is a deal breaker. I actually think in some ways it could be a positive. He takes sex very seriously. He's taking dating it sounds like they're going on his first date in 4 years. I think that's like a pretty big deal. if she's looking for like a relationship.
I'm with you. There's more to find out here. You haven't
I
gone
would
on a
love
date
more
in 4 years. You haven't had sex in 8 years.
Yeah.
You're 44. You know,
I'd like to know
maybe you've
if
gone through some things that made you kind of hold back.
Right. I'd like to know if there was something like kind of traumatic that happened. Or like,
that we're on the same page.
So I need to know more information. It's not a red flag or a deal breaker for me without knowing that. I don't think that in itself is an issue. Again, it's part of me kind of likes it.
Right. I mean, from the male side of this, if I was on a date with a woman who was around my age who hadn't had sex in 8 years, that wouldn't be a red flag or a deal breaker, but that would make me more cautious about the sex as well.
Right.
So it would actually be like
up the stakes.
It would up the stakes. It's letting me know this is very important. This isn't just like this is not
totally.
This changes the dynamic, but it's not that I wouldn't go out with it. Like I would have to have again, the match would be, if the match is great, that stuff would be like, we'll figure that stuff at another time.
I would almost wonder if he had like a sex addiction in the past or something to make him go the other way. I don't know. I would have a lot of I would be very curious to know how that. It's just
funny that the first thought of a man not having sex for 8 years, he must be a huge sex addict. Like maybe he got cheated on, maybe he can't trust people. I don't know. There's like a million reasons.
That's one of them.
Yes, that is one of them. Let's do one more.
All right. You want to read it?
I have a red flag or deal breaker. He pre-games by himself before meeting your friends. Here's the backstory. My friend, let's call her Haley, was introducing her boyfriend to us, her close group of friends, for the first time. Leading up to it, she kept saying how nervous she was because she thought we wouldn't like him. The introduction was happening at a company black tie event with an open bar and a 4-course meal. The day before the event, Haley told us she and her boyfriend were planning to get drunk at the event so she could be sure he'd have a good time. Worth noting, Haley rarely ever drinks and would be blackout drunk after 2. Fast forward to the event, her boyfriend immediately runs to the bathroom and Haley casually mentions that he pre-gamed alone with 3 White Claws. The rest of the night, he downed 8 heavy beers in 4 hours, while the rest of us had 1 to 2 drinks max. Boy, they're a bunch of accountants. This must be an accountant firm. He refused to eat a bite of the 4-course meal and insisted on hiring a driver to take them home, even though I'd offered to drive them. So what do you think? Is this behavior a red flag or a deal breaker? Excited to hear your thoughts. Signed, a bitch who doesn't need 11 drinks to make a first good... It's the judgiest sign-off ever.
This is like the most
bitch who doesn't need... Yeah, this
is like
a bitch who doesn't need 11 drinks to make a good first impression.
She's watching like his food consumption. You didn't eat any of the meal. I thought the fact that he got a driver was nice.
Right. That's like
he's not making her. He's not. I think she's kind of trying to look for problems because if she had to drive them home, I think the email would say, "And I had to drive him home totally drunk."
Well, why is she looking for problems? It's because the friend said they wouldn't like him. Why is
she didn't
that
set him
friend?
Up to...
Yeah, he's set up for failure.
Right.
I'm not saying having 11 drinks is a good thing.
Not a great look, sure.
And pre-gaming for the event
seems like he was talking, but that's on her friend too, though.
Right.
Because her friend has told him this is her event, and she sets the tone, and she's like, "We're gonna get super drunk for this event."
Right.
So
and your friend doesn't even drink. So why is she doing this? And if the friend said to you, "I don't think you guys are gonna like him," she's probably giving off, at a minimum, the energy of someone who thinks their friends are not going to like her new boyfriend to him.
Right. Probably making him very nervous.
Right. So
causing him to drink.
Right. I'm not saying he's a good guy, but I'm saying this scenario.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't.
Shit. Like, okay, here's the
why
other thing.
Would a woman tell her friends that you're not going to like him? Why would you do that?
If he was like an asshole. Or like,
and you're dating some asshole,
yeah, I guess, or like he makes some bad jokes or like something like that. But here's the thing about this email is there's nothing in this email about anything that he's done wrong to the friends. Everything they're mentioning is stuff that has nothing to do with them. He went to the bathroom when he went to the bathroom when he got there. Why do you care? He didn't eat his meal. Why do you care?
Not your problem, yeah.
We got a car service home for the event, so he didn't drive. Why is that a bad, like, none of these, it'd be one thing if she wrote, like, fast forward to the event. He shows up, he's drunk, he's like, grabs someone's ass, he's making he's saying like vulgar comments, he's like saying gross things about my friend. None of that here. She's just saying like, he showed up, he went to the bathroom. Why are you clocking his bathroom movements? Why are you clocking how much he's eating? What has he done to you as a result of this drunkenness?
Right. Did you even make an attempt to like introduce yourself? Like it didn't even like, wouldn't you reference the hello?
Right.
It's one thing if you met, like when you hear pre-games for the event and that's the red flag deal breaker, I would assume he came out to me and he was slurring and he was horrible. No, that didn't happen.
Or if it did, right, if it did, that's not what she's mentioning. So I assume it didn't happen because she's clearly trying to paint him in the most negative light she possibly can, but none of it is saying anything that he's done to the friends.
Right. I think this is like, if I was this person, I would go to your friend. And also, this all sounds very young to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like this whole idea of my friends you're not going to like him. Like, it's just like, that's not how mature people introduce friends to their new boyfriend or girlfriend.
Right. Also, why are they is this her work event? Why are they all at her work event?
They must all work together, which also rings young to me. Like they're all probably new hires or whatever, or new at this company. There's a big event once a year. You get a +1. They must work for a great company that, really, they must be making some dough.
Right. Yeah. But I think to decide before the event also that you're going to get really drunk before the event also is pretty young.
Yeah, that's like right.
It's one thing to like get really drunk. It's another thing to like, we're gonna get wasted for this event, right? Like we
gotta really get ready. Yeah, no,
for this work event.
we gotta make sure we get fired tonight. Yeah,
that's not something 35-year-olds routinely say.
No, so I think for them, this is like there's a little maturing that needs to happen, and part of that maturing is going to your friend and be like, "Hey, why are you dating someone that you had to warn us about?"
Right.
And if you like them, why are you embarrassed that you like them?
Yeah.
Because that's the only reason to say you won't like them is that you're embarrassed of them. So why are you embarrassed of them? And if that's the case, can I help you? Is there, there might be bigger issues here.
Or do you feel like we're judgmental, which they are?
Yes. that we know.
I mean, I could see not wanting to introduce my boyfriend to someone who's acting like this friend, who's writing into a podcast that I had 4 drinks at an 5 drinks at an event.
11.
11. Sorry.
Just see them with the clicker. Oh, that's another drink. Another one.
So you went to the bathroom. He barely had any hors d'oeuvres.
Not eating tonight, huh? Like it just feels very like
petty.
What's the show on Netflix? Very Bridgerton.
I could see that.
Someone's not having a morsel of food, I see.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
We solved dating again. We did it.
Be back on Friday.
Boom.